Hi everybody, how you doing? Happy weekend for us here. My name's Donna Ogazalik. I'm an educator with East Coast Salon Services, and this is
Morgan Riley.
Yep, this is Morgan Riley, and she is my daughter, stepdaughter, and so we live together. We're not breaking any Corona rules, so my girl here needs a little bit of a keratin treatment, and I can't wait to tell you about Brazilian Renewal from Keratherapy. So I just want to show you a little bit of Morgan's texture. And thank you, Eden, for doing the camera work for me. So you can see Morgan's hair is incredibly thick and really pretty curls, but gets very dense down towards the bottom. So I can't wait for you to see Morgan's hair when we're done, because there's different effects with Brazilian Renewal. For Morgan, why don't you tell us what you like about getting the Brazilian done?
I can brush through my hair easier. It's not like a strain to do it, and my curls drop instead of go out. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, very cool. So for Morgan, she has a different end result, but it makes her hair much easier to work with and makes it easier for her to manage. On my hair, when I use Brazilian Renewal, because I have naturally curly hair that's very frizzy, but my hair's not as curly as Morgan's and it's much thinner. And so what happens is my hair I really eliminate curls. It's almost non-existent, which is great for me, but my hair's still full of body. So I'll walk you all through the steps, and I hope you have fun watching today. Thank you. Okay guys, I'm going to take you through our first steps of the Brazilian Renewal. So Morgan, we had go upstairs and we began with the Clean Start prep treatment. It's a shampoo that removes impurities and it has a pH of 8.5 and it opens up the cuticle. So then we want to start on 50% towel dried hair. And you can see I have divided the hair equally into 4 sections. Okay guys, I am ready to get started here with my Brazilian Renewal, the Ultra Strength Keratin Smoothing Treatment from Keratherapy. So guys, this is the most advanced keratin smoothing treatment that's available today, especially effective on coarse, unruly, and extremely curly or very resistant hair. So I am starting today with about 1 ounce in my bowl. If I have somebody with much finer hair, I might start with 1/2 inch. And this is my Keratherapy. It is a heat-resistant comb. I love this comb. I use it actually when I do hair color because I love the width of the teeth. Okay, so the hair is divided into 4 sections, and I am taking about 1/4 to 1/2 inch sections when I do my Keratherapy smoothing treatments. And guys, with Keratherapy, less is more. We don't want to overload the product. And what we do is we start about 1/4 inch from the scalp and we lightly tap or dab onto the hair about every 1 to 1.5 inches. And what you see me doing here is massaging the product into the hair and making sure I actually have every hair included in the saturation. And I gently comb that through and work it through the ends. So I usually work myself right to left or left to right. I'm just showing you the completion of that with this first section, but for the ease of the video, I'm just going to continue up the right side of the head. So again, controlling the amount of product on my brush before I go to the head, I start about 1/4 inch away from the scalp, massaging the product actually up towards the scalp and into the hair to evenly distribute and comb it through. So guys, I love that Keratherapy is applied to damp hair. It just makes the time go so much faster than having to blow dry the hair first and then apply the product. With this, it's just applied to damp hair. And with the Brazilian Renewal, it's so cool because there's no downtime, there's no processing. We just immediately start blow drying the hair. So, all right, so I showed you real time at first. Now we're moving and grooving. And you can see as I'm dabbing about every inch to inch and a half down the hair, especially massaging on the ends. And again, take a look. You will see as you're working with the product and you get used to it, where it's almost like when you put a conditioner in the hair, you can see where it's not applied to. The hair looks a little drier. You'll see a nice little sheen to the hair. Okay, and on to the blow dry with the ease of video, right? So, again, now in Morgan's case, I am actually taking much smaller sections and starting in with the Keratherapy thermal brush. It's square, which is fantastic for getting the tension that I need to get Morgan's hair nice and smooth. So on a hair that has a little bit less density and curl pattern, I can actually begin the blow dry process with just using a vent brush to remove most of the moisture and then going back through with the Keratherapy thermal square brush. But because of the density and the curl pattern for Morgan, we began right away to try and get the hair as smooth as possible. And so we used our thermal brush. So typically, everybody, we recommend blowing dry the hair away from the face. But of course, in Morgan's instance, you saw the density of her curl pattern down towards her root. It's extremely tight, and I really needed to get in there. So since we're kind of really need to work it around the face, I just had her cover up her face with a towel for her own comfort. So guys, we just moved through the rest of the head, blowing dry, getting it nice and smooth. That is the key to success, guys, is to make sure it's as smooth as possible before you begin flat ironing. So because I know that Morgan's texture is extremely tight towards the scalp, you can see that I tap several times towards the scalp just to make sure that it's cured, and I get as close as I can to the scalp because the whole idea is to make life easier for our guests, right? So taking care and getting as close as I can. And I was going between 7 and 10 taps with Morgan's hair. So cool thing with Keratherapy, the Brazilian Renewal, is if somebody's hair is like mine, say it's finer, not quite as curly, you can feel and see when it is cured. It is about, I'd say for myself, about 5 to 7 taps because I do like curl reduction. And the more resistant the hair, the more taps you may want to do, and swiping evenly roots to ends. Again, 1/4 to 1/2 inch sections. And I find myself, I really want successful, beautiful end results. And since Morgan's hair is so curly, I am taking the thinner sections. But guys, I can get through a Brazilian Renewal in about an hour and a half typically. So again, tapping. And once I get that through as many times as I can, I just start taking that flat iron from scalp to ends. And you can see it starting to get so silky and shiny as the more passes that I'm going through. And especially depending on the person, I am putting in as much hair as I can feel that I'm getting good tension. Usually it's about the width of my flat iron, the plates, but because Morgan's hair is especially curly, I'm taking smaller sections. And it's a really good idea, everybody, to step back and take a look at the sections that you're taking to make sure that they feel silky, smooth, shiny, and even throughout the entire section. So as I get to the top of the head, I wanted to show you how I am staying with keeping the 90-degree section away from the head. And guys, this ensures that you are getting as close to the scalp as possible. So I work through the area that I can, and then finishing the strand, counting the number of times I go towards the scalp and also on the ends. Okay guys, we are done. I have finished Morgan's flat ironing, and you can tell it looks so silky and shiny. And Morgan, I'm gonna have you turn around and face the camera. We'll give you the front view. So what do you think, Morgan?
I really like it.
Awesome. Cool. So guys, we have one more step. So this is the Brazilian. Once again, the thing I personally love about Brazilian Renewal is that Morgan's going to be able to shampoo her hair whenever she wants. There's no downtime. There's no waiting 48 hours. But before we get to that step, we have one more procedure to do. We're going to rinse her for 1 minute, and then we're going to use the Keratherapy deep conditioning mask, leaving that in for a minute, rinsing, and we're simply going to blow dry. And in some people's cases, maybe you don't need to use the flat iron, but I know Morgan likes her hair when it's nice and sleek and shiny. So we'll show you that the next step. The follow-up care is with Keratherapy, sulfate-free shampoos, which are awesome. So guys, we'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, we're back from our rinsing. We did a minute of rinsing, followed with the deep conditioning mask, and rinsed that out. And right now you can see that already Morgan has amazing curl reduction and how easy it is to get through her hair. So we're just going to blow dry her hair with our daily smoothing cream from Keratherapy, and we'll let you see the finished end result. Wow, what impressive end results, everybody. Do you see how easy it is for me to get through Morgan's hair using only the Keratherapy vent brush and my fingers? I am loving the end results. Just gorgeous. All right, everybody, what do you think? Really shiny and really pretty. Morgan, do you want to take a look over that way? Awesome. Wait, can you guys see this? And then I'm going to have you turn your head this way a little more. Okay. This is our finished end result. It's so shiny and easy to comb through. Okay, you go back around one more. Okay. All right, Morgan, what do you think?
I love it.
Yay.
It's good.
Good for another 12 to 14 weeks. Or 12 to 16 weeks. Sorry. So really 3 to 4 months of easy to blow dry, reduced curl, frizz-free hair. Okay, say bye, Morgan.
Bye.